Howdy. Welcome to Session 5 Summer 2022 IDP series. This is the pre-video for Session 5. I will walk you through this week's activities with the topic Career Exploration Resources and Informational Interview Updates. My name is Meiti Patikawa. I'm the Senior Student Intern for Graduate Student Career Services at Texas A&M University. In this session, we are going to focus on First Learning Objective Point 3, explore a diversity of non-academic and academic career options with higher Aggies, first-hand, career shift, intersect, and going global, as well as conduct 2 informational interviews by the end of the series with professionals to gain insight into career of interest. By the end of this module, you will be able to first discuss career exploration findings with higher Aggies, going global, first-hand, first shift, and intersect. Second, discuss experience, challenges, or successes of findings professionals in conducting informational interviews. In this video, you will find online career exploration resources and Session 5's learning activities. Let's start with the online career exploration resources. There are 5 career exploration resources that I'd like to share with you. 4 of them you can find within Texas A&M Career Center websites such as Higher Aggies, Going Global, Career Shift, and First-hand. One other resource is Intersect Job Simulation. I will demonstrate where you can find all the resources later in this video. After learning about the career exploration resources, we'd like you all to explore several careers that interest you. For details, please find the information on handout 3 on your canvas. I will demonstrate how you can access Career Center resources for the career exploration. First thing you need to do is to go to careercenter.tmu.edu. It will get you to this front page over here. On the top right, beside the Chevron logo, click the blue button, Launch Higher Aggies. There will be several instructions for you to follow. If this is your first time to access this page, it will ask you to create or edit your profile. For that, you can click on the avatar over here and select My Account. Once completed your profile, go back to main page on Higher Aggies and click Jobs. It will direct you to the job board where you can play with keywords such as title, position, your degree, or anything related to find any job available for you. And there you will find lots of jobs. On Higher Aggies, there are thousands of active companies posting jobs regularly. Explore jobs available and pay attention to the job descriptions and the requirements. You can also find employers directory and contact person when you click on employers. With that contact person and the employer's information, you can use to reach out to them if you have a specific information or questions related to position that they're advertising. Another thing you can do in Higher Aggies is that you can click on the events to find informational interview sessions as well as career fairs informational details. The next thing you can do is that go back to main page and then click on resources over here. Scroll down to the shortcut. You can click Career Insider by First-hand. It will ask you to create an account for the first-time user or simply log in like me if you already have an account. So basically, Career Insider by First Hand provides in-depth intelligence on what it's really like to work in industry, company, or professions, and how to position yourself to land that job. First Hand includes over 300 industry careers and employer guidebooks, thousands of companies and internship profiles with verified reviews, jobs, internship database, data on occupation industries, career articles and videos, resume and interview tips, as well as career advice, blogs, and more. You can find lots of information in here. They have the library where you can use in any career. They also have careers guides for you. And you can also explore jobs posted in here as well. So it is recommended resources for you to explore. If we go back to resources and then scroll down all the way down to other, you will find login to Going Global. The same thing, you will have to put your login information. If you log into Going Global, where you can find and explore jobs from all over the world, you can learn and prepare from country guides if you're thinking to working outside of the US. And it also has H-1B visas information that contains list of companies who requested H-1B visas applications since 2010. You can also find information on jobs as well as the internship and employer directory. The next thing you can do is that you can go to CareerShift. CareerShift is recommended for you who are in the early career of exploration stage. It is a web crawler where you can find jobs. You can go search, and then you can find the information. You can find the information on the job descriptions as well as the requirements. What you can do with this one, with the CareerShift, is that you can search jobs and internship using multiple keywords. You can also use job titles. You can use geographic areas here. And you can also use companies. And it also provides, if you activate the advanced search, it has the filter to filter the sponsorship, H-1B visa sponsorship, where you can find in here as well. The job postings in the CareerShift is also from all over the world. If you're interested in doing career simulation, Intersect is a great resource for you. Go to intersectjobsim.com for the job simulation. It has several questions for you to consider. And then after completing the job simulation, which you can find over here, you can find lots of different kinds of job simulation that you can choose. Let's say maybe choose one of these one, and then you can work on the job simulation. There are lots of information that you can use as a part of the simulation. After completing the job simulation, if you go to reflection guide, it will have guides that can help you to reflect on the simulation that you just did and figure out areas of improvement in terms of gaining skill set. Next is this week learning activities. In week 5, we want you to start preparing for the informational interviews if you haven't already done. Or perhaps there are some of you that are already conduct the informational interviews before. Either way, in terms of preparation, first, you can find out details on what exactly is informational interviews and why should you do it as a part of your career exploration process. Handout 1 will give you details about what you need to know on informational interviews. The next step is practice and prepare questions that you'd like to ask during the informational interviews. There are plenty of resources out there that you can use to select proper questions. In handout 2, you can find a templates and list of questions that can help you to start. And then you can start finding people through LinkedIn, find an ID, or perhaps direct referral of your family or friends. There are several things that you need to complete prior to the meeting. First, complete discussion form 2, where you should add short summary of what you have learned in weeks 2, 3, 4, and rate your participation. Please go to discussion form 2 for more details. Second, submit task 5, A, B, and C in Canvas and bring your result to the session for discussion. Task 5A is share 3 screenshots or interesting things you learn from firsthand, point global, intersect on other resources that are taught in this session. Task 5B, look at current career shift hire or hire Agis job postings. In career shift, type the multiple keywords and explore the current position that match your search. For careers that are interesting to you, what skills do you have and what skills you do not have or you need to strengthen. Task 5C, share the companies, organization, or groups that you are following on LinkedIn related to your career interest. Third, reflect on your key career exploration learning from using Hire Agis, Point Global, Firsthand, Career Shift, and Intersect, as well as your progress with finding professionals and conducting informational interviews. You are expected to share about this with your peers in the breakout rooms in session 5 meetings. For the Grad Agis certificate, attending each session in this series equals to 1 BDU point that will count towards the Grad Agis certification after completing the reflections on Canvas. For the Grad Agis certificate, advanced certificates, you will have to complete the basic certificate and intermediate certificate. In addition to that, to earn an advanced professional development certificate, you have to complete 2 additional PDUs and participate in the activities that emphasize on the skill areas of Grad Agis. For this series, participants who attend 6 of 8 meetings, complete all the career exploration learning activities, and actively participate in the breakout room discussion and discussion forum will satisfy the advanced activities requirement for the Grad Agis Advanced Certificate. The next thing you need to do is that to complete the certificate reflections on Canvas. The reflection will ask you to learn from the entire program and what your plans are for continuing professional development. For more details, you can find the information on the link below. Graduate Students Career Services is available for advice. You can simply drop into one of our drop-in sessions every Monday and Friday at 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Or you can set an one-on-one appointment on ctx.ag CC appointment for longer advising session. And feel free to reach out to Marilyn, Paul, or me if you have further questions related to your career exploration. Thanks and Giga.